How's it going, guys? Back on Total War again. This time with another 2v2 domination, this time instead of a land battle. I was myself playing Khorne, using Valkia, and I had a Skaven ally. That's why I've gone for a bit more of a frontline force, because I knew my Skaven friend, I could see through his sort of army that he went really heavy ranged. So I just wanted that bit of staying power, that bit of better infantry. Went up against a High Elf and another Khorne unit. The reason I chose Valkia, because normally I would have gone for Scarbrand, was I assumed that the other person was more than likely going to take Scarbrand. Obviously Valky's anti-large, she can fly. I thought I'd team her up with a second regent that I know, I think it's Khorne's Bloody Fist, I believe it's called. Also used him because I expected, you know, another Bloodthirster, a flying High Elf Lord, which happened to be Imric. I didn't know that obviously until the loading screen. But obviously this gave me sort of air superiority. So you can see that my Skaven ally went 2 Warp Lightning Cannons, Ikit Claw, and then 2 Death Dealers. Obviously unit caps wasn't on this game, and some I was a bit worried about, but this was one of the only games that I could find open, and I prefer domination to land battles. I've been playing a lot of land battles lately, so I thought I'd better get that domination. We've got double clan rats, triple, quadruple clan rats, you know, the cheapest chips for him. Bit of, you know, line holders. It's an absolutely beautiful model. I'm just slowly moving my way up. I know that realistically I control this point. Khorne's got a very sort of haggard double bloodletter, Spawn, Scarbrand and a Bloodthirster with some Fury sat over there. So I'll bring out the Skull Cannon straight away. See if we get some use out of it. Wanted to start shooting Silvering Guard, White Lions, Archers. It just seemed like quite a good time. There's a good shot straight into the White Lions. You know, it's already at 14 kills. I've only just dropped it in. Felt like it really started putting work in straight away. I wasn't going to complain, even though we did sadly miss there. So we start moving up. Got Valkia and the Bloodthirster just sat on this point. I was expecting him to move out. He didn't. So straight away I was thinking, right, I'll do some anti-large because I need to deal with the spawn of Khorne, Scarbrand, Bloodthirster, because the last thing I wanted to be caught by was with my 2 units to get caught on the ground with Scarbrand, the Bloodthirster and Imric. So next thing I bring up, which I'm pretty sure you'll see in a minute once I've got enough, is some Minotaurs. Minotaurs are great weapons. Now you will see some absolutely nutty in this build near the end. Some I'd never used before, but I thought I'd bring it just in case. The Skull Cannon is now putting me to shame. I have got it sat trying to shoot the Sisters of Avalon. You know, you can see my reinforcements here. We've got the Minotaurs of Khorne with great weapons. Absolute, you know, just generally beast unit. I take this objective. I get a little bit of a line-up built ready for him to charge me. He's got to charge me at this point because I've got this point. Now, if he sent all of his units down into the centre to cement winning that more, I would obviously have to retaliate and send my units there as well. But I'm holding Khorne here at this point. I'm also holding Imric here because he doesn't really want to send Imric into the fight over there, knowing that I've got the better air force here. So, you know, he moves up. I'm quite happy, you know, 3 squads of Chaos Warriors of Khorne. You know, we've got 4 squads. We've got some Furies on our Skull Cannon, but that doesn't really bother me, you know. It's not something that'll just chew away at them, keep them busy. So we keep this fight here. You know, Bloodletters are going to beat Marauders. You know, there's a big difference in price. But we're just going to file some Chaos Warriors of Khorne in behind them and file the Minotaurs behind them into the spawn just to give that anti-large. Now I should have a winning trade on all fronts. A lapse of micro here, as you can see these Marauders are just relaxing. But I now start moving up, threatening to go pick on his air force. I wanted to apply a bit more pressure. You can see we're pushing these off here. It's cost us the Marauders, but it's a good trade. So straight away, he sends in Scarbrand. Now I want to go pick on Imric because now nothing's flying. And Imric can't beat both of these units together. Imric starts. This is another reason why I brought Valkia. One, she's anti-large. She's got armor piercing. and she's got the Demon Shield ability, which I've just popped there, meaning that she's not taking any damage from Imric. I'm pretty sure we bring out, yep, some Chosen of Khorne, just something to stand on the point and hold it for a long time. We're going to nip in and see these beautiful units, absolutely gorgeous, but I won't hold you there too long. You know, you can see here he's had to pull his Bloodthirster out because Imric is getting worked, and he doesn't want to lose Imric. You know, that's 3,000 odd resources straight down the drain. In this case, you know, we're winning the fight here. I've still got the Monitors of Khorne with great weapons. I'll put them in Scarbrand after we finish off the spawn. And we're still winning the fight in the air. Imric backs out, and I'll change on to the Bloodthirster. We've got a Soul Grinder on his side, and his allies are now having to bring in ranged units to try and support him here because he knows this point is lost. Sword of Khorne there, which chops into some Marauders, some Chaos Warriors. Did okay damage, but the main thing is the Monitors stayed pretty healthy. Still 8 models there, still outputting a lot of damage, and we've absolutely worked that Bloodthirster. So now the Bloodthirster is forced to run off, we can now actually jump in and try and deal with Scarbrand. So I end up popping the Demon Shield. Do I pop it here? No, Scarbrand runs off realising that Scarbrand really doesn't want that fight. I'm bringing more Monitors of Khorne with great weapons in. Because they're just sending more large units at me. So I feel like the more anti-large I've got, the better. You know, the point's flipping here between Scathe and between High Elf. It keeps rotating, so I don't feel like I really need to force that yet. We send to go try and deal with this Bloodthirster. I am looking for a nice Sleipnir. He obviously moves his archers quite quickly, so I didn't waste the cast there. I thought I'd wait until maybe his focus is a bit otherwhere. So we managed to chop down this Bloodthirster. You know, Scarbrand's still being worked by these Monitors. You know, the Monitors of Khorne with great weapons really hurt large units. And then to have another squad coming in is just not great for him. So we do get Lord of Dragon there, but I've got the Demon Shield, I had the Demon Shield active, so it's not going to bother me too much. You know, they do manage to move, but we do some good damage there. No models done, sadly enough, but we do manage to take, like, you know, half HP off both of them. He's dropping absolutely everything on me to try and drop my defensive stats, so I'm going to retreat out. I want to get these two guys back up in the air. You know, at this point, Lapse of Micro should really start unsummoning units. You know, Chosen of Khorne are on the objective, and they just need to hold it. That's all I was using them for, is getting units on it to hold. The Monitors were going to chase up, but I decided not to. And, you know, we're gonna hit on Imric again. We're gonna make sure that he can't really get comfortable, cause as many issues as we can, and we want to keep them off this objective. So we do start, obviously, teleporting some of my units back, refunding partial amounts of their cost just to increase my resources, and then I start dropping Marauders of Khorne. So I want more bodies on this objective. I want to make it as hard as possible for them to take it off me. You know, High Elves have managed to take this one, but, you know, Skaven's having a bit of a resurgence. They're bringing their weapon teams back in. And I know we can leave that one down for a little bit. We are up in points. I just wanted to bolster my lines here. You know, he does start shooting spells at my Chosen of Khorne, which, you know, it's a good thing for him to do. They cost a lot of money. So, you know, the more units of them I lose, even though I haven't lost any yet, you know, the better it is, because they're a hard unit. You're talking 130 armour, 56 melee attack, 55 melee defence. Compare that to normal Chaos Warriors, it's insane. He's trying to shoot my Air Force. We've brought the Skull Cannon down here. For you, those of you that don't know, if the Skull Cannon is engaged in melee, it regains ammunition. But what I don't want to do is run it into melee like this, where it gets trapped up and dies instantly. A real bad mistake on my behalf. So, you know, we get some more Marauders of Khorne. And then we summon the unit that I said I was going to treat you guys to. We've got even more magic hitting those Chosen of Khorne, so I really doesn't like them. we summon in, I've never used this guy before, the Blood Brute Behemoth. I don't know if he's any good, but I thought, you know, why not? Mark of Khorne, Blood Greed. We're just going to get him in and get him mooching and mulching. So we do manage to get a surround on sort of Soul Grinder and Scarbrand here. We get the Minotaurs in. You know, you can see I'll pop the Demon Shield. We do manage to kill Scarbrand, you know. Manage to put him down eventually. He does do some bad hurt to Valkia. But she leaves. But in my opinion, she did a job. She killed Scarbrand. The Soul Grinder's going down. In my opinion, that's job done. We've got another Pit of Shades hitting us here. But I'm happy to take all this. You know, we're keeping the point. Now, we send this down here to help our ally Skaven. I'm going to speed him up a little bit. And really what I want to do here is, as you guys can see, is I want to block all the reinforcements before they get on the point, to try and stop them sending loads of stuff to stop those, obviously, rattling gunners. So we get him in a big blob fight. Not great against Fleshhounds of Khorne. He's not going to do bad, but I didn't really want to get him trapped in this much, especially with the White Lions and stuff like that. But not one to complain. He's holding so many units up. You know, Spearmen, Fleshhounds, White Lions of Chase. We've got more Silver and Guard coming to stop him. At this point, you know, I'm holding this quite comfortably. I'm pretty sure I just dropped loads and loads, you know, more Minotaurs, and I just spawn loads and loads of Marauders, just because I want more infantry on that point. You know, I'm helping sort of my ally keep hold of this point. That's what I'm trying to do here, is sort of stop him from bringing his infantry on. You know, we're breaking the White Lions. You know, we're already up to 38 kills. You know, you look at Gorefish, you know, 20% intensity, already got 4% armor piercing weapon damage. I'm not going to say to you this unit is the best thing in Total War, but he is quite fun. It's my first time using him and I quite enjoyed having him. Just a big scary monster to throw on a point and basically know the enemy has to deal with it. You know, take out those Minotaurs. I'm pretty sure I'll get rid of my Chaos Warriors of Khorne as well in a second, because I am just sending more and more bodies up and clogging this objective with cheap infantry, knowing that he's going to have to send some of these to deal with it, because there's no way he cuts through this here. So we wait here. Another Pit of Shades maybe? Is that what I'm seeing there? Yep, another Pit of Shades. And now I decide it's time to go back in. I'm pretty sure if we just fast forward a second. Yep. And we're going to get a nice action shot of him running in. Just trampling everybody. Doing a fancy spin. Which, you know, we love. That buff's getting higher and higher. I do think maybe it would have been better if I bought this over from the start to get the bonuses. But it's a very expensive unit. Maybe I could have not brought Khorne's Bloodied Fist and perhaps brought him instead. But then I wouldn't have had the ability to deal with Imric and stuff like that as well. But, you know, we're bringing the Chaos Warriors of Khorne back. We've got some Marauders of Khorne there, just helping the Skaven. At this point, you know, like I said, we're just holding the points. I know with 300 points in the clear, you know, I'll fast forward there. We're just, again, charging him up, keeping stuff off the point, breaking stuff off. He's now up to 77 kills. Nowhere near paid for himself, but I thought I'd send him after this caster, because the caster was annoying me a bit. And let's see. Look at that damage straight off. Just absolutely kicks him. And, you know, there's no way he's getting away. Not from this big red cow. Look at the size difference. Absolute menace. Knocking him over. Can hear the cowbells ringing. And then we're just going to see here that we apparently miss. We knock him over and miss. Going to chase him some more. Break his leadership. Apparently we're just like knocking him over. And we've got those real janky movements. Maybe I should try the Beastmen one day. That animation obviously didn't hit either. He's popping buffs to get power recharge. Not sure what his plan is. But I decided I want to get rid of these white lions. I don't want people holding this. Now there's a bunch of squads over there that I'll get a beautiful sort of corner. But as you can see, he sent units over here, but we're holding them. Even more infantry coming over. And, you know, we're in an absolute sort of battle here. Right in the middle of the white lions of chase. You know, we've got flesh hounds, spawn of corn. And he's still just chopping them to bits. What we're now intensity 50%. So you know he's only weapon strength 306, but he's got decent charge bonus. You know, nearly 90 melee attack. Obviously we didn't kill something there, not enough to make it 90. We're about to tip it to 90 melee attack. No, I think everything's gonna be running. Yeah, now if I'm playing the high elf and the corn, they need to win this objective back. We've not sound anything to do with that silvering guard. Obviously at this point they need to triple cap us. They've left it a little bit late. And at this point, you know, they're not going to be getting too much. Alright, so we do need to deal with this. We've got a Frostheart Phoenix. Come out rather late, obviously just summoned it as a last minute thing. Should have done decent damage to me. It's got frostbite. It's quite a pain in the backside to deal with. Does it revive? I'm not sure if this one revives, but it does have the blizzard aura, which you know is debuffing me. And as you can see, it does fall. The big cow goes down, but we still end in victory. And I mean, you could say he hasn't gone down yet. He's not fallen over. Maybe it's just screeching at happiness that we won. Right, just have a look at sort of what value we got. For once, I probably wouldn't change this build too much. I was quite happy. You know, 3,000 damage, well overpaid from South. Valkia again, nearly 3,000 damage. Them two did extraordinarily well. You know, Chaos Warriors, they did what they needed to do. They stood on the line. What did we get? Only 1,000 value on the skull cannon. Not too bad. The Chosen did well. I didn't really micro them as well as I should, and they still took 900 value. You know, the Monitors put in some work. You know, you're talking 3,000 value on that one, 1,700 on that one. That's the only one that didn't pay for himself too much, but that was probably the late summon. And nearly paid for himself, but not too much. And if you did check the damage on the left-hand side during that game, you could see I was putting so much damage in. Right, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.